€4.50. This room, this is not where I slept. At 3 a.m. I was in bed. I was sweating so much. My bed had like a pool of water. So I went to reception. I'm like, my room is at 30 degrees, even though my AC is set to 19. So if you know Celsius, this makes sense. The whole time I've been staying here, I have not had functioning AC. It doesn't actually work. I had to grab my phone. I went to another room. I'm calm now. I was very upset when this happened. I knew I had to get a train to Barcelona in the morning and I had to wake up at 6 a.m. Not even 3 hours of sleep. What a way to start this. What a way to go to Barcelona. So I'm packing my bag. This is actually my new bag. It still has a price tag on it. I do not want to see. And I might be wearing this hat. It's a lot, but it's Barcelona. And the other room is a downgrade from what I paid. This is so crazy. Like, I feel like I could take 1 L. They asked me to take 10 L's here. I can put this bracelet as well. This is gonna be my 13th reason. I'm on the way to the station. I'm gonna get on a 3-hour train, 2 hours and something, to Barcelona. Hopefully they have coffee and hopefully they have food, because I am hungry today. All this commotion at the hotel, it's got me angry and hungry. Hangry. This might be the longest train ever, but eventually I'll make it to platform 12. That was actually a smooth ride. I thought I was gonna be able to sleep, but I didn't get any sleep. I just kinda sat there and looked outside. There was no internet, there was no Wi-Fi, no mobile data. I was left alone with my thoughts, and there is nothing more terrifying than that. So I'm glad I made it. Yeah, so this is the station. The station here is like a mall. There's a photo booth in here. Should we do this? Okay. Let me close this. So I need €3 for this. Let's go. €2 in. Okay. Putting the money in. There's a SpongeBob option? Okay, I'll do it. I don't know if you can see. That's gonna be my photo. I'm gonna pretend like I know the Krabby Patty formula. Ooh, still warm. Okay, that is an interesting choice for a photo in a photo booth. When people ask me, did you get any photos in Barcelona? I'm just gonna show them this. For some reason, I can't figure out how to use Uber here. Every single time I get on a taxi here in Spain, it ends up being triple the amount that Uber is giving me. Should have planned this better. Should be riding on one of those double-decker tourist buses. That would be fun to do in this video. Now wait a second. What if we just do that instead? One of my favorite things here in Barcelona is actually even the most residential buildings, like just the apartments where you can literally see people drying their clothes. They still look so cool because of like all the Gothic architecture. It's so different than Madrid, for example. Here it's just stuff is more detailed. One of the places people usually come to when I come to Barcelona is by the beach. This is the marina area. I'm not sure what the name is, but it's by Playa San Sebastián. This is where the W Hotel is, which is a very iconic building on the coast in Barcelona. One of the taxi drivers told me, if you want to get the best paella, you have to come as close to the water as possible. This place is supposed to have one of the best ones, like a traditional one. It's exactly the way it should be made. Not frozen stuff, which apparently is a big problem here in Barcelona. Like, they will give you frozen paella from the supermarket. That's what I'm looking forward to now. Here we go at the patatas bravas. I was dying to try this dish, you guys know. My mom used to make something really similar when I was little, but actually, no, looking at it, it wasn't very similar actually. This one looks better. Sorry, Mom, look at that. It's got a tomato and like a creamy sauce. Let's see what both are giving. It's a good amount for a starter. Definitely enough to share for 2 people. Like the perfect amount, I would say. Oh my god. That is so good. So the creamy sauce is like a garlic aioli sauce. That's exactly what it is, I think. It's very delicious. And then the tomato, it's kind of similar. I'm not sure if I filmed it on the train, but I had some of this tomato sauce. Like, it's like a salsa. And then the potatoes is a combination between boiled on the inside, so soft, and crispy on the outside. That is so good. You could make this with ketchup. 3 potatoes, ketchup, and a bottle of mayo. Yeah. This is really good. There's nothing bad to say. Perfect amount, perfect scenery, like in front of the beach, and it tastes incredible. So far, so good, but we haven't met the star, which should be coming soon. Oh, finally, here we got our paella. This looks insane. Look at this. The rosemary on top is like my favorite detail. This looks so, so good. I'm gonna get some of the mussels. This is one of my favorite things ever. Let's get our rice. This is the way it should be. It's not too wet, it's cooked, it's rendered to perfection. It's also not like 80% rice, it's just perfect. I think this is a mussel. Are they all mussels? Maybe. This is a scallop, which I think this is my favorite type of seafood, but I've never had one on the actual shell. This is what you come here to Barcelona to do. Oh man, that tastes like butter. If butter was brewed inside the guts of the ocean, somehow that made sense. Gotta use our hands for this. There's no way to do this. They are cooked to perfection. You know when sometimes you make shrimp at home? I always overcook it. These are like melt in your mouth like butter. And now the actual paella rice. It's got bacon, it's got all the flavors from the seafood. That has to be the best thing I've eaten in Spain. This and the sandwich in Madrid so far. It's very well cooked, like there's no extra liquid. It's fully soaked, but there's still a bite to it. It's tomatoey, salty, seafoodish. It's like a hug from the ocean. I was expecting a lot, but it's even better. It is so delicious. I would say this is enough for at least 3 people. It's so smoky, bacony. We have to make a copycat recipe for this. This is the best rice dish I've ever eaten, ever. And then washing it down with a crisp Diet Coke with lemon in front of the ocean. Is my life real? I cannot rate this anything other than a 10 out of 10. You know when you go to a city and there's one dish that there's so much pressure for you to try, you're praying, hoping that you're not going to be overcharged and that you're going to find the best, most authentic one and that you're going to like it as well, because it's always kind of a gamble if you've never tried it before. It was fresh, it was high quality, they weren't like super pretentious, so the vibe was perfect. It was amazing. That was something that I can tick off my bucket list of my Euro trip, and we can enjoy the rest of the day. This is so embarrassing. This is one of the ways that you can kind of see the main attractions efficiently, like just the main part. This is like, I think, 25 euros. It would be worth it if I got to use this more often, but we get to use this once or twice today. Hopefully this takes me to Sagrada Familia. You also have the option to put the earphones in and kind of listen to the guided tour. Any second. There we go. I've never been so close to this building, which is crazy because you're on a bus. You wouldn't expect to get so close. But here we are. I wonder who lives there. Is he building? Do they have a McDonald's? I don't know. The things you wonder. It has 16 million LED light bulbs at night. That is bright. I wouldn't want to live here. I'd be like, please, I need some sleep. I'm really resisting the urges to change the language. What would it be like to listen to this in Italian? I changed the language to the American flag, and they started playing Sweet Home Alabama. We're approaching the Sagrada Familia now. They keep on describing it, but we can't see it. It's so rich in detail. I wish it wasn't so sunny so I could actually see it in its full glory. But that is pretty incredible. They drive you kind of like in circles around. So if you don't get a view from your side, eventually you will. You just have to wait. And that is the Sagrada Familia. Going up the hill now, and you kind of get like the most beautiful view over the city, where you can see the ocean and everything. It's really quite something. This is, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce it, but Bodepe? I thought I was being so smart. I'm gonna get there in the middle of the afternoon. There's no way anyone else is eating a sandwich in the middle of the afternoon. Cuts to everyone thinking exactly the same thing, which is fine. This is actually not the worst. Like compared to some of the places in Madrid, this is like medium-sized queue. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna get. I guess we'll figure it out once we're there. Usually I just can't ask what's the most popular one. You get something good. That seems to be the trend here. I'm next. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Also, if you come here, you can only pay with cash. I wonder why. I'm overwhelmed by the menu and the amount of toppings because there's so many vegetables, there's just so many things. And then the toppings, you do a little bit of everything. Make it the best. Here we got the sandwich from Bodepe. They were really nice inside. The guy who made the sandwich, he allowed us to film. There were just a few people in there who did not want to be filmed, so I was sweating. I was like, somebody is going to punch me. I don't want to film anyone. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even be in this. The most popular one is said by far the chicken one. And then all the toppings, all the sauces. There's a mixture of 4 sauces in here. €4.50. 3 hours in the queue, to be fair. Tin foil in the bread, extra iron. I am deficient, but is it worth it? So I'm gonna go for this one because I can see the feta cheese, I can see the chicken. I'm gonna peel it off like a Ferrero Rocher. This is hard. I have a big mouth, but it's still hard. Okay. Interesting. It reads as salad. So it's got green peppers, some lentils, a mix of the 3 sauces, which was pesto, mayo, sweet corn, tomato, lettuce, cabbage. I'm listing my own pantry at this point. And chicken. Chicken is grilled in a nice seasoning. It kind of tastes like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the seasoning is so we can copy this. It's got so many vegetables and so many things, and the only cooked thing is chicken. It reads as a salad. It's a little bit weird. Look at the ratio of bread to vegetables. This bite I got more chicken. Chicken is a little bit sweet. It's very good. The vegetables, I just was not expected to be so vegetable, you know? There was a fly on my sandwich. I was like, no, you gotta pay $4.50 for that. The seasoning on the chicken is the best here. Maybe curry powder. That's it. Oh, and olives too. Your whole pantry's in here. But I'm convinced I can make this at home. I would probably give this like a solid 7 out of 10. There could be something cooked in here other than chicken, that's it. But other than that, the standout, the chicken. Get the chicken if you come here. If I wasn't honest, then these videos don't make any sense. I rated this a 7 out of 10, and I think that's fair. I'm gonna mention the queues, because the queuing time is insane here. Do I think it's worth waiting 3 hours for these sandwiches? Probably not. For me, obviously, we all have different concepts of waiting and patience. I spent about an hour queuing, and there were only maybe 20 people at most in front of me, and now there's like 50. This is kind of something you're gonna have to use your own judgment. It's a good sandwich, but is it worth the wait? Also, this is called melocotón in Spanish. Why did I think it was gonna be melon and cotton candy flavor? One of the few places that I do remember from when I came to Barcelona when I was little, it was this park that had the most beautiful views over the city, and I think it's designed by that famous architect that did a lot of stuff. Anthony Gaudi is his name, I think. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. We're here for the day. We're not here in depth to know all the details. It's a superficial like view, so to kind of take in the most iconic, like the most important places. I think sometimes it's more fun than spending 10 days in a city and you're like trying to come up with new things to do, you know? Sometimes it's fun to come for like one day, just get a train ticket and you see just the essential stuff. And maybe if you like it, you'll come back next year. That's my mentality here. According to my taxi driver, who is really nice by the way, like this is not like, he wasn't like, I don't want to drive you anymore. He literally cannot drive all the way to Park Güell. I'm here on 3 hours of sleep, but I've had plenty of food today to keep me going. I do think this is one of the most iconic places to go to, so even though we don't have that much time, I just had to do this. I just had to come here. And I think the views to the city are going to be worth it. All I know about this is it was designed by Gaudi, and it's very colorful, bright, really beautiful. So I'll show you once we get there. Let's do this. My last bit of strength for the day. Something mildly traumatic just happened to me. So I came all the way to the very top of the hill, and I look at the sign and it says sold out. I do not have a ticket. And then I go on the website and it's sold out for the next 3 days, unless you get this ticket with the museum included. I'm probably not gonna do the museum, but somehow I got a ticket for 25 minutes from now, which is also like 30 minutes before it closes. The universe is on my side. This is the karma from sleeping in a non-air conditioned room for 2 nights, being woken up by the sound of drills. We managed to get in. The only thing is the pink house on top of the hill. That's the museum. So we also got a ticket for the museum, which ended up being 14 euros for the museum and the park, which is still a good deal. And somehow we managed to get in. Hopefully we get to the top. I'm gonna show you the nice views. I'm just gonna relax, and then I'm gonna go home and sleep, hopefully in an air-conditioned room this time around. There's a man playing the violin when you walk in, and it's like so beautiful to the point where I don't even want to get my camera out and film, because it's like you kind of just stare at it. Also, how safe is this space? I sat in front of him on the bench, and then he was looking at me while he played the whole time, and it got too much. I was like, I can't. I gave him money and I left. It was too intense. I've had this experience before. One time I asked someone to sing for me, and that was the first and only time I've ever done that. If you've never had someone sing to you in real life, It's like I can't handle it either. Someone playing an instrument or singing to me directly, I can't do it. I have to be like far away in an audience of 100,000 people and not even in the front. This happened to me at the Taylor Swift concert as well. It was too close. There is such thing. I'm literally standing directly in front of the W Hotel and the restaurant where we had the paella earlier. That is literally sitting in my stomach. Funny how life works. I ate the rice over there by the ocean and now I've walked over here. It's like when a fly enters an airplane in London and ends up in South Korea. I hope you like BTS. Ooh, that's so goofy. I am out of breath. I don't think I've ever been more tired in my entire life. This was a terrible idea. With the amount of energy that I have, today is not the day. I want to see the steps, which is like, I think it's like the entrance part, but also the exit. I'm gonna try and find that now. Like, it says we're 4 minutes walk away. So hopefully that is the end. And then I want to get in a car into a very ice cold bath. This has been, I think, the hardest day out of this whole trip because it's just so hot and there's just such a time limit. There's a lot you can do in here. I could spend a whole day here and it would be fun. I was listening to one of the tours because I was like, ooh, this is free. So I just joined their group. The tour guide goes, well, you're looking at this beautiful view. That is the context, okay? It's colorful, really happy place. And the tour guide goes, in 1909, they burned 80 churches in 1 week. It's like, way to kill the mood. And the Americans are just like, okay, great. Did my blood sugar drop too low? Or does that Barcelona souvenir say, I heart? This is not the legacy Gaudi intended. So I'm back at the station because I'm taking the train back to Madrid. I'm gonna sleep for a couple hours and I have to wake up at 6 in the morning again to go to my next country, which is Sweden. I fly to Sweden in the morning. I don't have much more time to eat anything else, but I thought it would be fun to go to McDonald's just to see what McDonald's is like in Spain. I'm gonna go with this little camera, see the menu and show it to you. I'm debating whether I should put this in the video or not because we have been trying to support local businesses and I don't even go to McDonald's anymore. To be honest, I cannot remember the last time I went to McDonald's, but at the same time, you're in another country. Like, I would like to experience that because I'm probably never gonna come back here. So this is my one chance in my lifetime. I think I would regret it. So I'm being completely honest. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna see what they have. But then when I go back to my normal life, I'm never gonna go there. Let's see what we've got. I'm gonna order in Catalan. No, I'm gonna order in Spanish. Hamburguesas. Why does that sound so much better? Everything sounds better in Spanish. They have a McRib? They have an egg on the burger. And something tells me that for the price of 4 burgers, I couldn't even afford something that used to be in the dollar menu in America. Double tap, give me 14 of those. This one I know from Portugal, it's amazing, but I've had it before. I gotta try the spicy nuggets. Slay, chicken wings, potatoes deluxe, fries topped with bacon and cheese. Okay, triple tap. That sounds delicious. We had 12 euros and I've made some big bag choices. Wait, they have popcorn chicken here. Double tap. A Biscoff McFlurry? Are you kidding me? Coffee's 2 euros, that's pretty good, a large one. My total, and I made some serious choices here, 20 euros. With 20 euros, I can get all of this. That's pretty incredible. It was a total of 22 euros with the charity donation. I am excited for this. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna wait for the train because I wanna eat it now. Let's go get it. Spanish McDonald's. You are doing amazing. I feel like I got a good value for my money. Maybe I spent too much time in America. Maybe that's it. Here we got our Spanish McDonald's. The only reason I'm gonna eat it now and not on the train is because I got a McFlurry. My coffee, I've got it for the train. This is the Biscoff McFlurry. Are you joking? Is this for real? A Biscoff McFlurry. You can win a prize because it's the Monopoly thing. What if I can read my prize because it's in another language? I won a patinete electrico? A Tesla? Oh my god. A Castellana coche? Coche is car. I won a car. What? I got 2 carbs in a McFlurry. This is the Biscoff McFlurry, Lotus Biscoff, and these are the loaded fries. Like, that looks so good. And on this side, we got the thing that I was the most excited for, a triple chicken sandwich. Triple. You heard that correctly. Triple. And then they also do popcorn chicken. What in the KFC is going on here? They also got spicy chicken nuggets. Like, these are spicy. But in the Wendy's, it's like a collaboration that I never expected. Let's start with the fries. You can eat them with a little fork, I guess. They are really good. Damn, that is incredible. It kind of tastes like Wendy's Baconator fries, but I just wish McDonald's would do this in more places, because that is good. It's probably the saltiest nacho cheese I've ever had. Keep in mind, my good is obviously given fast food standards. It's good. It's really good. It tastes clean. For the triple, this is too much, you know. How do you even open this? Look at this. I cannot open my mouth this much. That feels wrong. Imagine Americans traveling all the way to Europe, and then everyone makes fun of you because you have the craziest fast food, and then you arrive to this. This is like French people going to New York and seeing the Statue of Liberty. The lettuce is so crispy. It's really delicious. Let's go for the popcorn chicken. I only know popcorn chicken from KFC. Never had any other one from fast food places. It looks good. That is so delicious. That is incredible. That is so good. You don't even need sauce for these. They do give you this buffalo salsa, which I'm assuming will be delicious. It's like this rich, like orange color. We can try dipping it for sure. Oh, I dipped it too much. I hope this is not spicy because I overly dipped this. No. No. This tastes like a combination of every single iconic fast food sauce ever. The one from Cane's Chicken Fingers, the one from In-N-Out, the Big Mac sauce, the In-N-Out sauce, the Chick-fil-A, the creamy one. It tastes like a combination of every fast food sauce put into one. If you ever come here, you have to try this. This is crazy. And then we got a spicy chicken nugget, which I would dip in the sauce. These are the spicy chicken nuggets. These are so much better than the regular chicken nuggets. I used to have these when I lived in England. They would sometimes release these for like a month of the year, and they're the best thing ever. They are actually spicy. Let me give it a try. They're actually crunchy. And they are spicy. There's like a hint of like a curry powder in it, which just adds so much in here. It is incredible. I'm like looking, is there more? But the best part is the buffalo salsa. I think these are shelf stable? Like when it's like it doesn't go bad? I don't know what I'm saying. I've lost track of my words. The crazy thing is I want 2 Teslas today. This is insane. I love Spanish McDonald's. The last thing I'm gonna try is the Lotus Biscoff McFlurry. I'm gonna do a copycat recipe for this because look at this, the stickiness. That is just a beautiful McFlurry. Like the crunchy pieces. Let's give it a try. McFlurries are better in Europe. They're just creamier. They taste like real milk, and they melt a lot quicker though. It's like, look at this, it's like water, and I'm still at McDonald's in an air-conditioned environment. This is so good. It's caramely, it's toasty. It doesn't have too much sauce. It's like they don't overload it. Like sometimes you go to fast food places and it's all sauce. It's not too sweet. It's perfect. So I'm gonna do a copycat recipe for this because I need this in my life. This is my favorite flavor of McFlurry, easily ever. And now I'm gonna have to go on Spanish Zillow and look for a house. Great, this is fine. The only thing left is my coffee. This is just for me for the train because I need it, otherwise I'm not gonna make it. Wait a second, I need the cameraman to test this because it might be the lack of sleep. This tastes like specialty coffee. I am so picky about coffee beans. I cannot stress this enough, guys. This is not a bit. I will turn down almost every coffee that I have. I don't like any coffee, at least in Spain. This is the greatest coffee I've ever had from any establishment that doesn't have the fresh beans. This is insane. It's like a 10 out of 10 coffee. I would put it up there with the expensive coffee beans that I buy, that I order specifically from Brazil and Colombia. I would not know the difference. I got my surprisingly delicious €2 coffee, and I'm about to enter through security to go to my train. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me. Even on the days where like I feel like I wasn't having the best time, if I wasn't filming this video, I would probably still be in a bad mood because I was filming this video and I was so focused on like showing you the foods and going to places and just experiencing this stuff. Like, I'm in such a good mood now, so I want to say thank you for that, for being on the other side of this conversation. It truly feels
feels like a friendship. It's really weird, but that's what it feels like to me. You guys have cheered me up today. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, switch the notifications on so you don't miss out on the next location. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.